Wisconsin. Today, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC North. It's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Mike Tirico, Greg Olds are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go from Green Bay. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Go play action with Love. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. Wow, you think you have moved it down the field with a terrific pass and catch. But, got to finish the play. And on the turnover, the defense takes over.
You work so hard, Mike, to execute the play the way it's designed, and you come up with a huge explosive play in the pass game, only to then lose it because of poor ball security. And that's exactly what we saw here. Give credit to the defense forcing that ball out, but it's a shame that it came at the end of what was a big offensive play.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. second and goal.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Throwing on second down, Love. That complete to Jacobs. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Packers 7, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Catch is made by Wright.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Throwing on second down, Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down, Lions.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
First carry for David Montgomery. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
A second down throw for Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. That's catch 3 to just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
19 yards. And the Lions first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown. Amon-Ra gives the Lions a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Montgomery. And he'll work forward to about 3. It's second down.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
Response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Packers offense ready to see the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. On play action, Love. This one is caught by Reed. And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak, and he will have a Packers first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
In motion, it's Golden. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Get this over the middle to Golden. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 21 on that one. First down, Packers.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Love. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense are now ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. This will be a short pickup to about the 30. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support.
Brings up 2nd down at the 30-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7. From the gun, it's Goff. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Micah Parsons gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped well short of the first down. Gain of 6, but it brings up 4th down.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
The Lions will punt this ball away. Jaden Reed on the return for the Pack. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Packers offense make their way out to take over once more. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. First and 10 now from the 36. In motion, Reed. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And will bring this up to the 48-yard line. And that's a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd down, Love. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Love to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. 3rd down coming up.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Now Love. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
To number 87, Sam Laporta. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Goff. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. In motion goes Dobbs. Love to throw on 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
A 2nd down throw for Love. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. To throw is Love. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
In motion goes Dobbs. Go play action with Love. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Love to throw again on second down. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. That complete to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Pick up a 14 as he takes it to the 14.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he will get into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now it's McManus for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers will get out in front 17-7.
Line 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Reynolds now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Play action. Goff over the middle. He's got St. Brown. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. you become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught downfield. Dobbs. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot, drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Up to the left side and taken in by Golden. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. So 31 yards on this play. A second big one in a row and another first down.
The 19-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Second and 7. To throw is Love. That's Dobbs open left side. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball, and right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
On play action, Love. That one taken in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. And Greg, that is good play design there. Using the play fake to get the receiver time to get open.
And down here this close to the goal line, Mike, it doesn't take much. All you need is that linebacker or that defender to freeze for that split second. That's all you need to create separation, and That's an easy pitch and catch for a touchdown.
McManus on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers up their lead. It's now 24-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pit him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Quickly out to Williams. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing here is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. It'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 7. Goff to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline, and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. 15 yards the pickup. Good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
From the gun, it's Goff. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown the receiver he was trying to target. And it's going to be fourth down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver are on the same page on that last pass.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll go right and find his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Here's Love to throw. This one on target. It's down. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
At the 47-yard line.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Running is Jacobs, and he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Second down, they need 3. Now, faking the give. This one is caught by Reed. And he's into the end zone. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And to some kind of start in this one, 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now it's McManus for the point after. On the snap, a poor one, and it's blocked.
Mike, it's usually not a good thing when we start talking about the long snapper, but it was his error that leads to this blocked kick. So if this operation doesn't get cleaner, this is something we're going to have to keep an eye on the rest of the game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Reynolds now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Second and 11. Out of the shotgun. It's gone. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
It's third down.
Third and 2. Here we go. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. He's going to have a Lions first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
So third and 2, sometimes it's not about being fancy. You don't need your back to be a hero. Make sure, no matter what, pick up the yards needed, convert that first down. Now, if there's an opportunity to pop it, great. But don't try to go for the home run and bring up fourth down.
Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On first down, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Here's a third down and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
A gain of 14.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 8. To throw is Goff. Is caught left side by St. Brown. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He'll try and throw for it on third and 1. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
When you decide to throw the ball on third and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. Now Goff. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screenplays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
On second down, Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. To the goal line and in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Bates now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions are able to cut into the deficit.
Lions 14.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Bo Melton on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. From the gun, it's Love. Get this over the middle to Golden. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Love. He takes off. Love going to get to the ground, avoid the contact, and pick up a first down. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Packers going to use their final timeout now as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Love. To the left side, he finds Kraft. And will get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up second down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. To throw is Goff. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here's Goff. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen. Trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on 4th down.
First down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now. And partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On play action, Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And he'll be stopped short of first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll go with the sneak. He's going to have a Lions first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
Not much there, maybe a yard.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Goff. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
Jared Goff on the scramble. A gain of 7. And the Lions first down.
That's such a deflating feeling for a defense here on 3rd and short. They've got great coverage, but they don't account for the quarterback picking it up with his legs. It's exactly what he's able to do here on the scramble. Fresh set of downs.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's Gibbs. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. One more time, they try Gibbs. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do. Now Goff leads the Lions
for a 2-point try.
The Lions.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
30. Lions 22.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. In motion, Reed. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion, Reed. Once again, in Jacobs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. That complete to Jacobs. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and a yard. That's caught. Outside. It's complete. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Open is the tight end, Kraft. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Lions' 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. And that's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go for it. Love. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards.
That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So that's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle. Gonna pause here. We have an injury. And it is the tight end, Sam Laporta, a player they cannot afford to lose. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Going to be 3rd. They need 1. It's the quarterback with the sneak. He's going to have a Lions first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 20.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this has got to take advantage.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown, Detroit.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point drop.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Melton now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Packers offense getting set to get back to work. Both these offenses have been in form. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. Defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's Lowe to throw. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play. Tie game, second half. Mistakes here can really decide the outcome of the game. So it's a really smart play. Nothing's open. Just throw it out of bounds. Live to fight another play.
On comes the Packers punting team. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Raymond going to return it. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Throwing, Goff. Oh, the ball's out. And the Packers have recovered the football.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Packers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. Not much happening there, just a short game.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. On the bootleg, it's Love. This one is caught by Reed. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He gets that complete as he hits Reed. He's going to have enough for a 1st down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Jacobs, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Jacobs. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
From the gun on 3rd down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The last thing you can afford in this situation, Mike, is to take a sack. You don't want to go backwards and make the 4th down try that much more challenging. Keep the ball on the ground. Even if you come up short, you'd get another crack at it. And I think now on 4th down, if they do go for it, it's got to come through the air.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Lions offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To throw. That pass caught by Amon-Ra.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 4. They send the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's caught downfield. Dobbs. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
The open man is Reed. He's got it. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Love. Open man, left side, he's got it. He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6, as they convert on 3rd down.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
Flush to his right. He's going to tuck it and go. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On first down, it's Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. In motion goes Dobbs. Now Love, who outs another catch for his favorite target. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
For the Packer field goal, a 35-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Defense. Automatic 1st down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Detroit.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll go play action with Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. First down, Detroit.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Quick throw, taken in, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Third down and 3. On play action, Goff. Quick throw here is complete. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Rock right. Touchdown, Lions. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
36.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Melton now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Love to throw it on first down. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 21
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Green Bay Packers.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
This one complete down the field to Golden. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
At the 25-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion. This is a great example of why teams continue to spend draft capital on interior defensive linemen. It's an investment that we see play out week in and week out across the NFL. Great example here.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. It's Love. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Third down and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
Fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So, after the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. Reynolds now on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Now, faking the give. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down, Detroit.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. He is going to have a Lions first down as they move the chains on 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. How he got away from that first defender, I have no idea. This will wind up with positive yardage on the play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They hand it to Gibbs. Gibbs with a first down and more. And he'll take this one in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will up the lead to 5.
The score, Lions 44, Packers 39.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Here's Nixon on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Love. That's to Reed. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Really nice job here defensively, not only to get the penetration and to clog those run lanes, but they're able to take him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Throwing is Love. He'll go underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Love. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Packers.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Packers first down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Now, on 2nd and long. To throw is Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Complete to Jacobs. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
It is 2nd down and 5. From the gun, it's Love. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
There's that man again, another catch. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has a decision to make.
And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And now for a second time, he loses the football.
Oh my goodness, Mike, what a mistake. Late in the game, you're protecting the lead. That can't happen. You know they're going to be raking at the ball. You know they are desperate to create a turnover. Just somehow he doesn't put the ball away, and this game just got a lot more interesting.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And what an opportunity this is. A chance to take a 4th quarter lead with 1st and goal. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Now, 2nd and goal. Love. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th, and he's going to go down. The pressure too much, and that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
What a stand there. 4th and goal, game on the line. It looks like this offense is putting together a game-winning drive, and the defense comes out with the stop of the day.
The Lions offense ready for this next possession. And this game is not a done deal just yet. Still have 3 timeouts to the defense. Now, if there's 1 first down, it seals the deal. But there is still a chance for the defense to get the ball back. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. He finds some room across the 25. Solid running there. He takes this up near the 35. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Here's Gibbs. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Brings up 2nd down.
They face 2nd down and 7. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.